Good day, and welcome to this episode of Roof-a-Ruffsleeper podcast. I'm Johan Elof, the founder of Roof-a-Ruffsleeper, and today I want to speak from the heart and from the Word of God about what it truly means to be a voice for the voiceless and why we believe that giving shelter, dignity, and advocacy to those who wander the streets is a calling and not just a charity. So let's begin with Proverbs 31, verse 8. Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. This verse is found in a chapter often known for describing the virtuous woman. But in verse 8 and 9, there's a strong shift towards justice and advocacy. The mother, giving advice to her son, a king, is not just teaching about personal virtue, but about righteous leadership, about speaking up when others are silent or silenced. The voiceless are not just mute, they are those voices which are ignored, drowned out, or denied. The destitute are not just poor in money, they are poor in power, poor in opportunity, and poor in protection. In our world and our streets, these people are the homeless woman with children sleeping in a car, the young man battling addiction and rejection, the elderly person with no pension left to survive on scraps, the mentally ill pushed aside, feared, forgotten, the undocumented migrant invisible in the system, the abused woman with nowhere safe to run. But these are the voiceless, these are the destitute, and they are not invisible to God. From Genesis to Malachi, God reveals his concern for the marginalized. In Deuteronomy 10, verse 18, God is described as the one who defends the cause of the fatherless and the widow, and loves the foreigner residing among you, giving them food and clothing. In Isaiah 58, people are fasting, but God says the fasting He desires is to lose the chains of injustice, to share your food with the hungry, and to provide the poor wanderer with shelter. The last phrase is where we take our name from, roof a rough sleeper. We want to roof the poor wanderer. We want to obey Isaiah 58, verse 7. In the Old Testament, justice was not just an add on, it was central to worship. It was the evidence of a righteous nation. And then comes Jesus in the New Testament, the fulfilling of the compassion. In Luke 4, verse 18, he begins his ministry and he reads from Isaiah. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor, to set the oppressed free. Jesus embodied Proverbs 31, verse 8. He stood for the woman caught in adultery, shamed, silenced, but he defended her. The lepers, the cast out, yet he touched and healed them. The beggar, or the blind beggar crying out, ignored by the crowd, but not by Jesus. The thief on the cross, with no rights, no voice, and yet Jesus gave him paradise. Jesus constantly spoke up for the voiceless and brought dignity to the destitute. He didn't just preach good news, he was the good news. As followers of Jesus, we are called to do the same, to speak up, even when it's uncomfortable, to shelter, even when it costs us, to walk alongside the hurting, even when it's messy. Roof-a-Ruffsleeper exists because this verse is not just a suggestion, it's a command. We choose to obey Proverbs 31 verse 8 and Isaiah 58 verse 7 because Jesus did. So ask yourself today, whose voice can I amplify? Whose around me is unseen, unheard, and unloved? And how can you, with whatever you have, begin to speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves? Because when we do, we aren't just offering help, we are revealing the heart of God. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to learn more or support our Rough Sleeper mission, um, visit our website or reach out to us. Let us be the voice. Let's be us be the roof. Let us be the hands of Jesus. Goodbye.